Hello and welcome to the 2012 season of Hockomock League football with the Warriors of Foxborough High School. Today's matchup is the 82nd Thanksgiving Day meeting between the Foxborough Warriors and the Hornets of Mansfield High School, coming to you from the Alumni Field in Mansfield, Massachusetts. Bringing you all of today's exciting football action are Frank Jaffoon and Pat McGuire. Now, let's join Frank and Pat down on the field for today's pregame commentary.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Thanksgiving Day game between Mansfield and Foxborough. Myself, Frank Jaffoon, along with my partner Patrick McGuire, serving up hopefully a nice Thanksgiving feast for Foxborough Warriors football fans. We're playing today. We're without our good friend Doug Seuss, who's down in South Carolina with his family, and we wish him well, as we wish you well as well. Today, you're going to see a 7-3 Mansfield High School football team who's heading for the playoffs on Tuesday against a 7-3 Foxborough team who is playing today for their Super Bowl. So this is going to be a great game, I think, Pat. And I think tradition, if you can talk a little bit about what it's like to be in this game, having you been here before, what it's like for both teams.
Well, what it is right now, it's a little different for Foxborough than it is for Mansfield. Mansfield's preparing hard for this game, but they still have their eye ahead of them until next Tuesday for Duxbury. And Foxborough, they pretty much clinched the fact that this was their Super Bowl in Sharon last game. So the seniors have nothing. This is their last game for most of them. Mm-hmm. And for the kids, for the younger kids, a good chance to build some momentum going forward. And you know something, it's always great to beat Mansfield.
Absolutely. What's it like, Pat, in the pregame with Coach Martinelli, the speech, the whole ambiance of the locker room? What's it like?
Coach Martinelli gives the best speeches that you're going to hear. He's going to get those kids so jacked up before the game. I'm sure he gave them a little precursor beforehand, but that last 5 minutes before you leave the locker room, when it's just coach and his football players, all the other coaches leave the locker room, it's really something. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure Coach Redding for Mansfield does the same thing for his people. So we're going to get to the football part of this shortly as we get up into the stands, but we just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. All of the folks that are watching or listening to this game right now, the audio is live. The video will be beginning at 4 o'clock this afternoon on Thanksgiving Day, obviously. So, again, we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and we're going to be up to the game in a couple of seconds. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the annual slugfest between the Mansfield Hornets and the Foxborough Warriors on Thanksgiving Day. We're about to introduce the seniors for both teams, so if we can hold on, we'll listen for this.
Warriors number 22, Kevin Howard. Hornets number 26, Kevin Mackey. Warriors number 37, Brendan Lovely. For the Hornets number 27, Ryan Spillane. For the Warriors number 68, Tyler Elfman. For the Hornets, number 55, Will Palanza. For the Warriors, number 71, Paul Nader, and number 89, John Chamberlain. For the Hornets, number 74, Antonio Medeiros. Those are the captains in today's contest. Number 1 for the Warriors, Jalen Reed. For the Hornets, Pete Zampine. For the Warriors, number 3, Mike Slaby, and number 5, Mike McGuire. For the Hornets, number 12, John Waller. For the Warriors, number 6, Adam Slatus. And number 7, Drew McCreary. For the Hornets, number 15, Craig Sarro. For the Warriors, number 8, Tyler Ames. And number 13, Mike Talley. For the Hornets, number 25, Adam Blake. Warriors, number 14, Tim Walton. And number 21, Nick DiTullio. For the Hornets, number 32, Travis Marks. For the Warriors, number 23, Tim Dury. Number 28, Darius Holmes. And for the Hornets, number 35, Vincent Renzi. The Warriors, number 30, Scott McDonald. And number 36, Tim Freitas. For the Hornets, number 37, Dave Collins. Warriors, number 40, Mike Campbell. And number 41, Kyle Valenzola. For the Hornets, number 44, Mike Cunningham. For the Warriors, number 28, Connor Capacey. And number 52, Zach Atanasoff. For the Hornets, number 56, Matt Rockwell. For the Warriors, number 54, Dan McNeil. And number 58, John Abdow. For the Hornets, number 61, Bill Titus. For the Warriors, number 61, Ryan Smith. And number 63, Mike Bradley. For the Hornets, number 63, Craig Smith. For the Warriors, number 76, Jake Panico. And number 80, Alfred Henriquez. For the Hornets, number 68, Alexander Pardo. For the Warriors, number 83, Nick Snow. And number 84, Jake Harrington. And for the Hornets, number 71, James Comer. For the Warriors, number 85, Cole Gunn. And for the Hornets, number 75, Ryan Galante. For the Warriors, number 86, Luigi Carbone. For the Hornets, number 78, Alexander Miller. For the Warriors, number 97, Matt Marino. And for the Hornets, number 82, Alex Penix. And for the Warriors, number 99, Alton George. For the Hornets, number 86, Matthew Cook. And those are our seniors for both squads playing in the final Turkey Day game.
Well, Patrick, if it seemed like it took a long time, we had 31 seniors on the Foxborough Warriors and a few more than the Mansfield team. So we're losing a lot of kids, aren't we?
Yeah, we are going to be losing quite a few, but you know, there's plenty of underclassmen. Foxborough's got a huge squad, so.
And that certainly is a credit to Coach Jack Martinelli and his coaching staff. As you know, having played on the team. For such a small school, small town, 17,000 people, the turnout for Foxborough football is always tremendous. So anyway, here we go with the beginning of the first quarter, getting ready for our national anthem. Just want to inform everybody here that this is a live broadcast in terms of not the video, but the audio. So this game is going to re-air Thanksgiving Day in its entirety, video and audio, at 4 p.m. Friday, Sunday at 8 o'clock, and Saturday and Monday, 3 a.m. and noon. So I'll do that again so we can get some of the information out. But also, at the beginning of the game, we want to introduce our referee, Steve Cataret. Fantastic referee, one of the best around. Linesman Brian Collins, my very close friend. I used to work with him. Umpires Billy Cotter, back judge Bill Doherty, clock judge George Johnson Jr., and the field judge Michael Pena. And let's listen in here for the coin toss. Steve Cataret will make the toss.
Outside is the tail. Tails is the call, and it's a head. You won the toss. You want the ball. Which goal do you want to defend? Came down there, Mansfield down here. Mansfield has won the toss, and they will receive. Shake hands, good luck.
And there you go. Mansfield's going to get the ball, Pat.
All right, Foxborough's getting that defense on the field first. Be interesting to see the game plan they're going to use.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm anxious to see this football game. Both of these teams, I believe, are very evenly matched. Mansfield is the bigger school. They're playing in the larger division, Kelly Rex division, I believe.
I believe so.
And they've won that division, and they'll be representing that division in the playoffs against Duxbury on Tuesday. And here we go, getting ready for the national anthem.
You got your team, you got the national anthem.
At this time, we direct your attention to the flag behind Mansfield High School. Today's national anthem will be performed by Mansfield High School students Dan Davis, Olivia Losowich, Charlie Losowich, Kelsey Cox, and Emily Hamill.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. When the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home.
Nice rendition of the national anthem by the folks at Mansfield. And here we go.
All the formalities are done. Now it's just time to buckle up and play some football.
Here we go. Let's play some football. I'll tell you, certainly this is about the players, and it's more about the seniors, Pat. But I'll tell you, these coaches and their coaching staffs, they want to win this game. I don't care that Mansfield is going to play Duxbury on Tuesday and Foxborough's going home. They want to win this football game. This is huge tradition, as you know.
Absolutely, and the last thing you want to do is be backpedaling into the playoffs on Mansfield's end as well. I mean,
You want to go in on a high note.
exactly. You
Yep.
want to have some momentum carry through. There's nothing Foxborough would like more than to mess with Mansfield's head before the playoffs.
And here's the kickoff by Kyle Will.
Brought down by Lovely.
Alex Ruddy on the return, and a host of Foxborough Warrior defenders on the tackle. Please excuse us a little bit, folks, because the Foxborough team with their white jerseys and their Vegas gold numbers are outlined in navy blue, but it's pretty difficult to see. We're going to do it the best we can because the sun is right directly in our faces as we start the game at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's a beautiful day, huh, Pat?
Oh, it's a gorgeous day for some football. Brendan Lovely was the first guy down there wrapping them up. So.
Terrific. I'm going to need your help. I need those young eyes. Well, Kyle Wisniewski under the center. Drops back the pass. And completed. First play, and I believe that's Brendan Hill, number 19. And we're going to hear a lot about him, I'm sure. Young sophomore. Well, his brother's a big time. Yeah, here we go, guys, on the first replay. Let's watch Wisniewski.
Trips left. They're all running curls.
Right in front of the camera. Nice job by the camera crew, as always. So we've got a second down and a long two. Wisniewski under the center. Split backfield. Robbie Raposa on the carry. Robbie Raposa with a breakaway. Robbie Raposa's gone, but this one I think is coming back, folks.
It's definitely coming back.
Yep.
We do a block in the back right there on the edge that broke him on.
Yep.
Whoever was blocking Brendan Lovely got him.
He was tackled on the 1 foot line, but that is coming back.
He's right at the point of attack.
Yeah,
too, Frank.
Raposa is their star running back at this point, senior, number 5. They have a couple of good running backs. A kid by the name of Mackey, too, we're going to be hearing about. Okay, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at the replay here.
And there it is, right there.
And you can see it right there.
A fine tackle.
Yep. Nice run by Raposa, but unfortunately it's wasted. So now we're at 2nd and 12 from the Mansfield 20-yard line.
Foxborough looked like they were ready for that play, too, the way the defense was flowing when they saw the motion.
I think that's Mr. Ruddy on the carry for maybe about 5 or 6, Pat.
Sure was, Alex Ruddy. Going to be calling his name a lot on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's, as you told me earlier, he's their number 1 tackler, correct?
Yeah, that's right, according to Mr. Redden's stat sheets.
Okay, we've got a 3rd and 3 on the Mansfield, 29-yard line. Kyle Wisniewski, the quarterback for Mansfield, under center. Handoff to Kevin Mackey, I believe, and he's got a first down and then some.
Brought down by Valenza at like the 31-yard line of Foxborough. Big run. About 40 yards on the carry.
Yep. Captain Kevin Mackey, 5'11", 175. Let's take a look at it here. Great camera angle right there, guys. And there's a long run for another first down. Mansfield has the ball at the Foxborough 33-yard line and driving. Split backs again. Hill's the only lone wide receiver. That could be an offensive.
Looks like it was just a bobbled snap right there, and they're going to give him a down.
I think that's exactly what it was, Pat.
Might be a double clutch by the center.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there. They didn't call a penalty. Maybe they blew the whistle beforehand. I'm not sure.
Well, it's 2nd down.
Yeah, it might have been just they downed it right there as the snap happened. Okay, we've got 2nd and 10 for Mansfield.
Play action pass.
Wisniewski back to pass. No, he overthrew Mackey. Little out pattern.
Mike Talley on the coverage right there.
Wisniewski is a junior, and I talked to Mike Redding, Mansfield coach, about a week ago about this team. He's very excited about this team, but he's really excited about what he's got coming back next year, maybe the year afterwards. He's got a lot of returning lettermen, a lot of underclassmen. So the future probably looks very bright for Mansfield.
Mansfield's got some big linemen up there that are looking like juniors. So Foxborough flashing a blitz, pulling back.
Wisniewski back to pass. Oh my God, wide open.
Oh, jeez.
Wide open, Mike Hirschman. He got behind both Foxborough defenders. I couldn't see the Foxborough defenders. I think Drew McGeary was one of them, and maybe Pacitti. I'm not sure.
McGeary and Talley.
Who was the other one, Pat?
Talley.
Talley. Okay, let's take a look again, folks.
Just threw everything he had into it.
Yeah, that was a great pass. Led him well. Wide open. Touchdown. Easy as that.
Touchdown for Mike Hirschman. Was that about it was about 31-yard touchdown throw.
There's a fake. We're going for two, wide open. Oh, over Ruddy.
Nice coverage by Valenza right there.
Nice coverage by Luke Valenza. So at the 7-minute, 3-second mark of the first quarter, Mansfield's taking a 6-0 lead. And Wisniewski almost made it look easy, huh? With that long throw there.
Sure was. It was one breakdown in coverage. The defense gave up that long run, and they were there for the next couple plays.
Nice protection up front. We always like to mention that because those linemen get very little press, so to speak.
It's really true. Linemen never get any respect, especially in high school football. I've said this 1,000 times before. You look at the all-scholastic list on the Globe and Herald.
Yeah.
You're going to see 47 running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks, and 4 linemen.
That's a very good point. You and I, both linemen, we need that. We need a little bit of that. We got to help them out a little bit, Pat.
You know,
we're going to have to give them some juice along this game here.
Not only that, Massachusetts is better at producing linemen than they are skill positions.
Interesting enough, you might be right. Okay, Mike Hirschman's going to kick off for the Hornets. Deep for the Warriors. Can you see those numbers, Patrick?
Looks like it's McGeary and Lovely.
And Lovely's going to get the ball.
No, Bosniak.
Oh, Bosniak, I'm sorry. Nice return up to the Foxborough 26-yard line, and that's where the Warriors are going to take the ball, 1st and 10. With 6 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first period, Mansfield with a 6-0 lead. Well, I think Mansfield's going to get a dose of Valenza and Howard. Howard recently was named the MVP in the Hockomock League. Blinding speed, nice size, 6'1", 190 pounds.
Runs with power.
And that's Valenza getting the ball on the first play, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Luke Valenza, another Hockomock League All-Star as a junior. Probably one of the toughest kids to ever play football here in Foxborough. Not only is he a terrific linebacker, which he is, but he's also a very, very good running back, as evidenced by the fact that he ran 200 yards against Attleboro when they were keying on Howard. We've got a nice group coming back. We'll have Nolan Rogers as the quarterback, and we'll have Luke Valenza as the go-to guy in the backfield. So hopefully the future is bright for them as well. And there's Howard with the football, and looks like he maybe got a half a yard.
Little crossbuck there.
Yeah. And again, I'm probably going to apologize more than once because it's very difficult to see the Foxborough numbers, folks, with the white uniforms. You can see it on the screen when you do get a chance to see this. The white jerseys, white pants, but Vegas gold is a very light colored number. So please excuse us because we have the sun in our face. That's my last excuse for the day, Pat.
We'll see about that. Gonna run a little jet left motion. Nope. Around the back.
There's Slaby handing off to Valenza. And we're lucky if we got 1 yard on that. So we're facing a 4th down right here. 4th and 9. And we're going to punt the ball out of this territory. No question about that.
Mansfield defense is selling out to stop the run. So it's going to be, if we're going to run the ball, it's going to be on the Foxborough offensive line, creating those holes for those backs.
That's right.
Who knows? They may have Slaby air it out.
I don't think so. I think we forgot to send a punter in there. We forgot to send 3 or 4 kids in there. Little high snap. The kick is away. And I don't think that ball's going to be returned.
Nope.
Okay, so Mansfield's going to get the ball on their own 37-yard line. 4 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first period. Mansfield with the lead 6-0. And I think we have to hold right here. We've got to get a pass rush on this Wisniewski kid. He's got a nice arm.
Well, we get the starting lineup just flash across the screen for the video feed.
You probably can see that better. I'm right on top of the monitor here. Wisniewski back to pass
Play
again.
action.
Hirschman's open. Another nice play, gain of about 15 for Mike Hirschman. Mike Stadstu, former basketball coach here at Mansfield High School.
So Mansfield's been throwing the ball an awful lot at the beginning here. They got
They can, and we have a good defensive backfield, and they've been tested already, Pat. Wisniewski under center, snaps the ball to Raposa. And Raposa's picked up about 6 or 7 yards.
shifty little run right there.
Yeah, he's coming off, I think, an ankle injury. I think. I thought I saw that
Zach
somewhere here.
Atanas with the tackle there.
Let's look at Robbie Raposa right here.
Running right.
Nice
Cuts
cut.
it upfield. Get 4 or 5 yards.
Gain of about 6. Running out of the eye. Wisniewski with the snap. Hands the ball off to Mackey. And Mackey gets close to the first down, if not the first down.
I think he's got it. 1st and 10 from the 36.
Move the sticks. Nope, I don't know. Yeah, there they go. Steve Cataret says, move the sticks. Let's go. So as the first period is winding down with 3 minutes and 30 seconds, Mansfield has the ball at the Foxborough 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Wisniewski under center. And I believe that's Ruddy on the carry, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I thought I saw Mackey in motion. Again, it's a little difficult to see these numbers with the sun in our
Raposa on
face.
the carry.
It was Raposa, okay. Raposa checks out. Wisniewski goes to the sidelines, picking up from Mike Redding the next play. 2nd and 8. This ought to tell you a little bit about Mansfield right here at 2nd and 8. I like this combination of Wisniewski to Hill. Hill's a young sophomore. His brother's playing at Bentley and doing a very good job.
2nd and 8. I'd be going after my 6'4" split end, but they're going to run it.
Yep, they're running
Over
the
the right
football.
side.
They picked up about 4. If you can figure out their numbers, Patrick, if you don't mind, if you give me those Mansfield offensive linemen, I think one of them is 77.
That was Ruddy on the carry. So we got 77, which we were talking about before, as a big boy. That's Ollie Erickson.
He's listed at 6'4", 240. We'll get him, folks. It's just going to take a little time here. Hill and Hirschman spread to the
74,
right.
Antonio Medeiros is the left tackle and the captain. A little trap play. Not doing.
Ready again for a gain of about 1. So it's 4th and 2.
'73, the junior, Steve Zizelman. Willie Palanza, number 55, is senior captain. Looks like to be the man in the center. Mansfield's going to go for it here on 4th and 3.
Well they should.
Absolutely. They're in no man's land in high school football on the 28-yard line.
Yeah. Now it's 4th down and 2 yards to go. Clock whittling down to 1 minute and 20 seconds in the first period. Wisniewski under center. Backs are split.
Nick Packwin's the center. So that's all of them. And then 37 is David Collins as the tight end.
And if we can figure out those numbers, Patrick, see if we can find out our defensive players for the folks too. And by the way, congratulations to our 4, I believe, Foxborough athletes who made the Hockomock League All-Star team. Drew McGeary, Luke Valenza, the tailback Kevon Howard, who was also selected as the most valuable player in the Hockomock League, and my favorite, if I may say, a lineman, Paul Nader, number 71, who's had an outstanding season as a guard and a defensive tackle. I probably overkilled him, as Dougie wanted to say. You know, he's a stud, and we try to make that known. He's a great football player, and he's going to be playing next year in college. That's Paul Nader. Here we go. Wisniewski under center, from the eye. Hirschman in motion. Mackey on the carry, and Mackey's got a first down for the Hornets.
Big push by the left side of the Mansfield offensive line right there.
They came off the ball very hard, Pat.
Medeiros and Zieselman.
As you mentioned, Antonio Medeiros is one of the captains, listed at 6'4", 255, number 74. We're splitting the backfield now. Here comes Hirschman in motion. Wisniewski back to pass. I think he overthrew Hill on that one. Covered very well by 2 Foxborough defenders.
That's Passetti and McGeary on the coverage
and
right
McGeary.
there.
I don't believe it.
Passetti.
I'm going to make my feelings known here. I thought Alex Passetti had a terrific year. I don't know if he made the Hockomock League All-Star team, but in my opinion, he should have. I know they have to make a cut at certain areas, but Passetti's been a terrific football player all year long.
He's been a strong player for them in the backfield.
Sure. Okay. We've got 2nd and 10. Mackey in motion. Mackey gets the football, and he's going to be tied up, probably with a gain of about a half a yard.
Flag on the play, too. That play was blown up by Zach Atanasoff getting in the backfield right there.
I think we either have motion or offsides on Mansfield here, Pat. Either way, the ball's coming back 5 yards into
Looks
the
like we
Mansfield.
got a hold.
Is it a hold? Is that what it was? I can't see because Catarette's the other way.
I saw him.
No, it's
grab
only
it.
5 yards.
Well,
I thought he said motion, but again, I could be wrong. Anyway, it's come back 5 yards. We've got 2nd and about 15 for the Hornets. 45 seconds left in the period. Foxborough's been able to manage to get the football once in the first period, and they were 3 and out. This looks like it's going to be a pass to me. We'll see how this plays out. We've got a double wing. We've got Mackey in motion. Wisniewski back to pass. And he finds Hill for a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards, Pat.
trying to give them a more manageable 3rd down, so it's going to be about 3rd and 10,
Yeah,
3rd and 9.
he's an impressive target, isn't he?
He's a big kid.
6'4", about 210 pounds. I can imagine what he's going to be like as a senior.
All right, so for the quarter, we saw 3 plays from Foxborough.
You know, we always say, I've heard announcers say a million times, how tired the defense gets while they're on the field for an elongated period of time. How come the offense doesn't get tired?
The offense is attacking. They know the count.
They know the
Defense is
count.
reacting.
So it's all based on the count, huh? I think it's based on adrenaline. That's what I think.
Possibly.
Well, anyway, the ball is situated at the Foxborough 23-yard line. We got 3rd down and 9 for the Mansfield Hornets. Seems to be a nice crowd here today. I can't estimate how big this is, but I'm sure it's over 3,000 people. Stands are full.
Stands are full. Crowd's about 3 deep around the end zones.
Yep. Around the whole field, actually. And it's like we talked about earlier, it's a gorgeous day for a football game.
Oh, yeah. Starting to warm up.
And again, for you folks out there in Foxborough land, this game's going to be telecast at 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's Wisniewski back to pass. Dodges a few. And who got that ball? Whoever got that ball got a 1st down, I think, Pat.
I want to say it was number 8, but I'm not certain yet.
No, I think it's Hill.
It was Hill?
I think it's 19. Regardless.
Oh, yep, looks like it might have
Yeah,
been.
it was Hill. Regardless, Mansfield has a 1st and 10 now at the 12-yard line. Getting ready to punch another one in. This is almost very easy for Mansfield right now.
Looks methodical.
Yeah, they're taking their time. They're having an opportunity to save Raposa for the playoff game. He's only run the ball about 2-3 times, although he did have a touchdown called back. We know what he's all about. And here's Wisniewski with Raposa in the backfield. We got motion by Mackey. Mackey's got the football, and there's nowhere to go. He's bottled up for about a 2-3 yard loss.
Completely stood up by Valenzola.
Kyle Valenzola, great play there, and number 6 as well.
Saltis came in and joined them.
Adam Saltis also, 6 foot, 185. Let's take a peek at this. No place to go here. Here comes Mackey with the football. Strung it out very well.
Who's that that's taking on that double team right there? Atanisov.
Atanisov, great play.
Another crossbuck.
I think that's Mackey again, if I'm not mistaken, or Ruddy. Again, I can't. 26 and 28 look familiar similar as they're running the football. But I think that was
Mackey.
That was Mackey. Her gain of about 1 or 2. We've got 3rd down and a long 9 or long 8.
And Mansfield loves that counter out of that wing tee. They love to. It's been a staple of their offense for quite some time.
Timeout on the Foxborough Warriors. That's the first time out of the half. And as we've talked a million times on this show, there are 5 timeouts given to each team per half. 10 timeouts per game. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. That's one rule I just don't see. But
this is a full timeout too, so the whole team's over there. It's a very big play right here. You want to keep them out. Gonna stop right here because they're within range to possibly kick a field goal. I'm not too familiar with the Mansfield kicking game.
Well, that would be Mike Hirschman, I believe, is the kicker, number 1. I believe, but I could be wrong on that.
How does he kick?
I haven't seen him kick before, but I know he's a terrific athlete, so I'm sure he can do that right, too. He's a terrific basketball player, very good wide receiver, and a defensive back. Listed at 6'1", 170. And here come the Warriors back out on the field. Hopefully we're able to stop this, and then we'll see an attempt at a field goal. But I've got a feeling we're going to be looking for number 19 for the Mansfield Hornets. Number 19 lined up as a tight end on the left side. That would be Hill.
Wonder if they gotta send Valenza, bring a little heat, try to not let Wisniewski have so much time.
Yep. Wisniewski back to pass. Gee, guess who he's looking for? Brendan Hill, touchdown. He just out-athleted our defensive back right there. And I think that might have been Drew McGear. No, I'm sorry.
That was Ames.
That was Tyler Ames, I'm sorry.
Ames is 5'10", Hill's 6'4", so 6-inch height advantage.
Yeah. Let's take a peek. Mansfield's making it look easy, folks. Very nice throw. When you got a target like that, you got to use them.
Just throw it up there, throw it high. There's the counter out, the double wing.
Mackey going for 2 and making it. That counter's been around since 1927. Same play, that double wing. Well, Kevin Mackey on the 2-point conversion makes the lead 14-0. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. And Foxborough's had the ball one series, Pat.
3 plays.
3 plays and
Got
out
a yard.
for a yard. 3 plays for a yard. If this happens, this is going to be over at halftime. If this continues to happen, I should say. Well, Hirschman is getting ready to kick off.
The Mansfield offensive line's been having their way with the Foxborough defense so far, and
this is a Mansfield team I think has gotten a lot better since the first 2 or 3 games of the season, Pat. I think they found out what they're all about. They've got a multiple offensive set that is balanced evenly between the run and the pass. Hirschman hits a line drive, picked up by 37, is it?
yep, that's lovely.
Lovely, Brendan Lovely on the carry back. And he seems to be running backwards with 4 Mansfield Hornets on him. Well, that wasn't too good.
Mike Cunningham leading the charge, number 44.
Here we go. Mansfield defense is coming on the field for the second time with 8 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second period.
One thing about the team playing so much better too, Frank, is that happens a lot with young football teams. You know, like we mentioned
absolutely.
earlier, it's a very junior-heavy team, so naturally they're playing better at the end of the year than they
Sure.
are.
They're now considered seniors by some people. Well, we got some confusion here, I think. Slaby just called a timeout. That's the second timeout for Foxborough. I don't think we had the right people in the right places for that play.
Definitely didn't. We just put in 2 more people.
Yeah, he's over there talking to Mike Bordier, the offensive coordinator for the Foxborough Warriors. Kind of a good thing they called a timeout on that one. There was major confusion. Okay, Mike Slaby deep in the shotgun for the Foxborough Warriors. Slaby back to pass. And overthrows, I think that's Pacitti, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
It was intended for Pacitti. Pacitti running a little short out right there. So Kevon Howard is in the backfield next to Slaby in the shotgun right there. Valenza's not in the game. Foxborough's trying to get something going, maybe throw the ball a little bit, make him respect the pass.
They better find a way to get Kevon Howard in this game, or this is going to be a short game. We don't call him MVP for nothing, do we?
Nope. Pistol formation now.
he's next
Trips
to
to the
Slaby.
right.
And here comes Howard right now.
Look at Nader pulling
Get
down
a block.
the field.
He's got a block, but unfortunately a little back behind him. They made some penetration. Howard probably gained about 6 yards on that play, I think, Pat.
Looks
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. Let's take a look at Kevon Howard right here.
Foxborough motions over, give him trips on the right side. They pull Nader along out of the pistol formation, give it a little toss. Try to get that Mansfield defense moving side to side.
There's a snap to Slaby. Kevon Howard moving left around end. He's got a first
There we
down
go.
and then
There's the
some.
first down.
Yep. I think he picked up about, I'm going to say about 6 or 7 yards, Pat. Foxborough first down finally at the 7-minute and 24-second mark of the second period. We've gotten our first down. Let's take a look. Let's take a look from the other
Little
side
quick
right here.
pitch right there.
Little quick pitch to Kevon Howard. And picks up the first down. Good job. Okay, here we go. Maybe we get some movement here. 1st and 10 from the Foxborough 39-yard line. Howard in the backfield with Slaby. Slaby up top. Howard for maybe 1, maybe 2, straight up the middle. They're having difficulty moving that defensive line from Mansfield, Pat.
Yeah, the defensive line from Mansfield is doing an excellent job. It's shutting down between the tackles for Foxborough from
Right.
what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
They have had some success getting to the edges, though.
You got 3 big fellas up there. Ryan Galante, 6'2", 230. 71 is James Comer, 5'11", 260. Slaby from the shotgun, back to pass, drops 3 yards. Having difficulty finding a receiver, and down he goes.
The other guy is 78, Alex Miller, which is something interesting, Frank. Notice none of those guys are on the offensive line.
Yeah.
So they're fresh.
Yeah, they are fresh. They need to be slapped, they're so fresh.
And 68, Alex Pardo.
Okay, Foxborough 3rd and 10 from the 40 or 39-yard line. 6 minutes, 27 seconds left in the first period. We break the huddle. Mike Slaby in the shotgun position. He's got Valenza to his left, Howard to his right.
They might be looking for Nick DiTullio, try to use his height.
Oh boy, I think we got a penalty on the play. We got motion, illegal motion. Well, if we're not getting stopped by them, we're getting stopped by us. This is going to be a 3rd and 15, and here comes the pass defense. 5 guys come out for Mansfield. 5 guys come in.
Those heavy, boxy guys, they just put in the tall, lean ones, try to get a rush on them.
There you go. Including Hill.
Yep.
Interesting. Young sophomore, 6'4", over 200 pounds, is playing the left defensive end for Mansfield right now.
Looks like they're going to be running a 3-3 or a 3-4 here.
I'm going to say probably a 3-4 unless they blitz. Yeah, they've got 3-4.
Tight coverage, too.
Wow. That was, I think that's Valenza, isn't it, Pat? Valenza got the carry.
Valenza on the draw play.
He gets maybe 3 yards, 2 yards, and now it's 4th and 11. We're going to punt again. This is not good so far for the Foxborough Warriors, folks. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. Back to punt. Can't see his number.
Neither can I.
Nice snap. Nice punt.
That was Ames punting.
Orion Dawkins on the return. And Mansfield's got another nice field position start right here at their 31-yard line. Certainly have enough time to score another touchdown or move the football on Foxborough. Foxborough's had, as we've said, 2 possessions in this first half, and you're not going to win football games with that, Pat.
Well, what needs to happen is the Foxborough defensive line needs to assert themselves and stop letting Mansfield move the ball down the field on them. What's been killing them is the run. Mansfield's been picking up the yardage when they need to, running the ball.
And here comes another one with Kevin Mackey getting to the outside and getting a run of about 8 or 9 yards as he goes out of bounds, driven out of bounds by Drew McGarry, who in my opinion has had a fabulous year, young Drew McGarry. Okay, let's take a peek. Let's take a peek.
There he comes
young
around
Kevin
the corner.
Mackey. Oh, they got him as a first down.
Nothing fancy there, just a toss.
1st and 10 for Mansfield. Wisniewski back to pass. He's looking for Hill, or that's got to be a problem right there. That's got to be a Hirschman and Hill are both at the same place at the same time. That's not the way the pattern should have been run.
Was that Pasity or Ames covering 2 guys at once?
I don't know, but he did a good job. There was some confusion on that pass play right there.
It's important Foxborough gets the ball back before the half and gets something to build off of going into halftime. 4:55. Watch for some sort of cross action in the backfield again. Nope, just straight drive.
That's Raposa getting about 2 yards, I think, stuck up there. I know they're going to use him sparingly. They want to make sure he's ready for Duxbury on Tuesday evening.
I believe that was Panico in on the tackle right there.
Jake Panico on the tackle.
Yep. Nico and Nader.
Paul Nader looks a little winded right now. He's bent over a little bit. I'm probably catching a second wind. He's been on the field all morning.
That's par for the course for him, though.
Oh,
so.
I know it. Well, we got a problem here.
Timeout. Redden didn't like the defensive look, so it looks like Foxborough had the right defense for the called for what they had planned.
I mean, that's Mansfield, I believe, their first down, or their first timeout of the half, with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left.
It's a huge 3rd and 7 right now for Foxborough. 4:15 left in the half, Frank.
Yep.
They got to stop right here. They can get something going with a drive.
Well, Mansfield's sitting with the ball at Foxborough's, or at their own 45-yard line, with 3rd down and 7 to go. I'm assuming we're going to be looking for Hill or Hirschman here. I could be wrong. And I think one of the things that the Duxbury folks are definitely here watching this game, as we know, what they're not going to show is they're not going to show backfield passes. I can almost assuredly tell you that unless this game was going to be very, very close, Mansfield is not going to tip their hand to Duxbury on any play. So it's going to be a standard running game, and certainly Duxbury knows the capabilities of Mansfield's wide receivers and Hirschman.
Hill and Hirschman are twins, right? And I think that they're just going to run a little curl route.
Oh, Hirschman's wide open. And
so
he got him.
Hill.
So was Hill. My goodness. Easy as that, folks. Easy as that. Wisniewski made a nice pass, nice easy throw, gain of about 12. First down, Mansfield. Now there's. Let's take a look.
Let's take
a look at Kyle Wisniewski right here.
Hill's doing a 10-yard curl right there, and Hirschman's running a little wheel down the sideline. It's a lose-lose for Passetti over there. Right in the soft spot of the zone.
Hirschman in motion again. Here's the pitch to Robbie Raposa.
Nice play by Brendan Lovely coming up to stop it. Valenzola setting the edge.
Excuse me, Pat. I may be wrong on this, but he looks like he's a step short right here, Robbie Raposa. He's probably hurting a little. He's coming off again. He doesn't look like he has the quickness that I remember when he was a sophomore here. He lit Foxborough up on this field on Thanksgiving, and I know he's an outstanding back, and he just looks like he's a half a yard short.
What is his ankle?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I think it is, yeah. Okay, we've got Mackey in the backfield, and I believe that's Ruddy in the backfield as well, Pat.
I believe you're right.
Okay, Wisniewski under center.
Hill and Hirschman split out to the right.
Here comes Mackey. And he's stopped initially by number 99, Alton George. Made a nice play, nice penetration right there.
Adam Saltis in on there, too.
Okay, we're looking at a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, so what's Mansfield going to do? They're going to run a 10-yard curl to Hill. And put Hirschman on the same side. Have him go over the top.
Either one of them, they got great targets right there. They're both excellent wide receivers. Mansfield has a very, very strong passing game to go with their very strong running game. This is a good football team.
They got double coverage on Hill.
Here goes Wisniewski. Let's look at a screen.
Yep.
Oh,
not doing.
wow.
Kyle Valenzola's not having
Kyle
that.
Valenzola, what a wonderful play. I think 74 missed his block on that one.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. That could be
Medeiros
Medeiros.
completely whiffed on Valenzola.
Yeah, let's take another peek at Kyle Valenzola in this play.
That's very important that Valenzola made that play, because if he doesn't make that play, you're probably looking at Mansfield first down.
Could very well be. Here we go. 4th down and 15 yards to go for the Mansfield Hornets from the Foxborough 48-yard line. We're going to punt the football away. Clock is moving. 1:45 left in the half. Foxborough's going to get another opportunity.
They got 3 timeouts, 2 fulls, and a 20.
That's right. And we got another timeout. And I'm sure it's going to be taken by Mansfield. So we're 2 up in terms of timeouts.
Foxborough's lining up for a straight punt block, so Redden wanted to make sure they had max protect out there.
Yeah, he's got them all on the field. We want to make sure that there's not 10 people out there, but 11.
Yeah. Foxborough's not No, it's interesting in getting a good return here as they are in punt blocking, which makes sense given where they're on the field. They're on their own 48-yard line, so they're
Right.
going to, you know, one way to change the course of the game is to block a punt on special teams.
And I think they're coming. They are coming. Oh. Let it go. That's taking a Mansfield bounce.
Maybe at like the 10-yard line.
Yeah, right to the 11-yard line of Foxborough. That's not good. Well, Foxborough's going to take over for the third possession of the half with 1:22 left. This game is all Mansfield right now. Foxborough's had 2 possessions, only 1 first down.
Only had 5 possessions this whole game so far.
Yeah, I know it. Mansfield has controlled the clock, controlled the game. Well, let's see if we're going to run the football out of here. I don't think we're going to pass. We can't take a chance of having an interception right here, Pat.
Not only that, you're on your own 11-yard line, so at
Yeah.
the very least, you don't want to give them, you know, if you throw 3 incomplete passes, you take 10 seconds off the clock.
Well, let's see if Kevon Howard gets the ball here. It's Slaby's back to pass. There's the pass.
Going deep to Reed, and he's got it.
Jalen Reed on the reception. Right out to the
Fantastic.
41-yard line. That's a 30-yard gain right there, Pat.
See, now we're talking, Frank. Now you're in a little...
Little breathing room. The opportunity exists to score. Yep. Let's take a look at Jalen Reed on the catch right here,
Reed
Pat.
beats his man deep. Just
Nice job.
hold on
nice
to that
job.
football. And
Well, they buffaloed me. I thought they were going to run it out of there, but hey, it's Thanksgiving, it's Super Bowl, everything rolled into one. Slaby out to Reed again. Reed again is 6 or 7. Nice pass by Mike Slaby. They better be calling a timeout right here.
46 seconds
Yeah.
here. The clock's moving.
Yeah, they got 3 left. I don't know what they're waiting for.
I think they're waiting to get something further in here.
Yeah.
Imagine they'll be taking a little shot deeper here.
Slaby back to pass.
There we go. Reed catches the ball, and he's going breaking down the middle of the field to the 16-yard line. Now they'll use that timeout.
Where has this been? All year long. Where has this been? Jalen Reed, 3 receptions in a row. That's a gain of about 30 yards, too. Foxborough now has the football
On the
at their
18?
at the Mansfield 18-yard line. 1st and 10, 23 seconds left in the game. Let's take a look at Jalen Reed for the 3rd time in a row,
nothing
Pat.
fancy there. Reed running in the skinny post. Maybe it was a regular
It's coming
post.
back.
Coming back.
Coming back.
I didn't even see the flag on the field.
It might have been in the. We're going to find out in a second. I don't even want to call this one.
They didn't even lose it down.
Now we got the clock running.
They lost 5 yards.
I think Jack's content to run this out now with 15
I think it was
seconds
a
left. Procedure?
must have been an illegal formation or something.
Well, whatever it is, didn't stop the clock. Slaby back to pass. Reed again. Gain of about.
Now take him into halftime right there. Ooh, we got
Wow.
some extracurricular going on over on the Foxborough sideline. Foxborough calling a timeout. Figure they'll take a shot at a Hail Mary.
Well, they have to right now. There's 3 seconds left in the half. Mansfield with a 14-0 lead. We're going to look and see if this is a first down right here. I think it's a little short. Really doesn't matter. This is the
Just got personal foul on Mansfield.
Oh, little extracurricular activities.
So that gives us a shot at the end zone now.
We talk about this all the time. Mansfield, Foxborough, and North Attleboro, great football programs. They grow up hating each other, and all of a sudden, as soon as they graduate from high school, they become best friends. It's all part of the rivalry, Patrick, huh?
Absolutely. It's something they have in common.
Well, they're both great towns, both great kids, both great coaching staffs, very traditionally oriented. Here's Slaby, back to pass. Everybody's out. We got 4 deep. Slaby's going to run the football, and he's going to run out the half. Everybody was covered. Nice job by Mansfield. And there is your halftime. Mansfield Hornets with a 14-0 lead. And not very much offense, but maybe for a couple of pass plays for Foxborough later in the half, Pat. We're gonna take a little break right here, listen to the bands. I believe there's a ceremony for the 20-year reunion of a Mansfield championship football team, we were told. So maybe a little bit elongated halftime activity, but we'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present the 2012 Foxborough High School Marching Band. This year's halftime show is entitled Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and features the unique music of the Beatles. marching band. And now, let's greet the Mansfield High School marching band under the direction of Lieutenant Conti.
Ray! What's wrong with my drum set? Oh, I'm sorry. How do we play the show again? Wow, that's cool.
Need help? What do you need?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Need help, Michaela?
Right left or left right? Whatever. I don't even know how to play the show. But who cares? What's up, Snickers? 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 Wait it out!
to secure a berth in the Division III Super Bowl against the undefeated Winthrop Vikings. In the Super Bowl, the team trailed 12-7, but scored 13 unanswered points to win 20-12 and clinch that school's first Super Bowl title. Over those 11 games, the team set a school record for points in a season with 403 points. During that championship season, Mansfield High School had just 600 total students and was the smallest school in the league and in all of Division III. The players and cheerleaders were also very much inspired that season by two students who unfortunately are not with us today. And we ask that you remember these two special people. Mike Burns was the honorary captain of the 1992 football team as a 7th grader at the QMS school. Mike was courageously battling cancer at a young age, and his spirit and determination will never be forgotten. After the Winthrop game, the team returned to Mansfield with the Super Bowl trophy and delivered it to Mike's house. Mike passed away just 2 years later, but will always serve as a great source of inspiration to anyone that had the pleasure of meeting him. Crystal Shea was also a member of the cheerleading team in the fall of '92, but unfortunately lost her life in a tragic accident just a day after the Thanksgiving Day game. Crystal's spirit, friendly smile, and outgoing personality will always be remembered by her classmates. And the players and cheerleaders dedicated the Super Bowl game and the victory over Winthrop in her memory. We ask now that you take a moment of silence to remember these two special people who will always be remembered as the inspiration for the 1992 Super Bowl champs. Thank you. And now let's introduce some of the cheerleaders and players that came back today from the '92 Super Bowl team to celebrate the 20th reunion. Cheerleaders here today: Julianne Murray, Mandy Epstein, Nicole Longever, Rianne Del Signore, Andrea Restano, Jacqueline Padranti, Bethany Gild, Cassandra Smith, and Susan Kelly. Those are the cheerleaders. Come on out to the 40-yard line. Megan Shea is also with us today from the cheerleading squad. And a few of the players that could be here today from that championship team: senior Steve Botello, David Camelio, Matthew Carpenter, Anthony Ford, Brian Lavery, Dave Lundell, Craig Nelson, Captain Jamie Sullivan, and Omari Walker. Juniors from that team: John Armstrong, Gary DiGirolamo, Josh Hines. And two sophomores from that class: Kerry Taylor and Fred Villette. How about a big hand for our attendees today from the 1992 Super Bowl champion Mansfield Hornets. Let's take out those 50-50 raffle tickets. We have $1,000 to give to today's winner in the 50-50 raffle. We have a blue ticket, number 867. 1,
Johnny, you got her, Jack?
2, 8, 6, 7.
Well done. I feel good.
2, if you have that corresponding ticket.
See you at 20.
And collect $1,000.
Let's go, Q! Let's go, Tipto!
Mansfield High School wishes to thank the referees and the Foxborough High team for extending that halftime.
Okay, folks, we're back for the start of the second half. Mansfield with a 14-0 lead, and it's probably more commanding than that, Pat. They've held the ball for a great deal of the clock in the first half. Here we go. Here's the stats coming up here. You can read them easy.
Drew McGeary on the return, and
Yep.
he's got nice little return on the right side up to about the 37-yard line.
Anyway, Mansfield has controlled the clock in the first half. Foxborough having just 2 possessions, so we'll see what happens here in the second half. A lot of time left, and I think both. Yeah, let's take a look at the replay by Drew on the return. Breaking to the right, nice return. Ooh, very nice. Okay, here we go. Mike Slaby in the shotgun. Snap. Back to pass. Well, he was going to run that football until number 71 grabbed a hold of him. That would be James Comer.
And we're going to have a late hit on 71. Maybe not 71. Maybe it's the second guy then, 68.
Yeah, he wasn't a late hit. He stopped.
Alex Pardo.
Yeah, he stopped the run by Slaby, but we are going to get a personal foul here on a late hit. Going to be a 15-yard penalty.
The way Mansfield completely dominated that first half, Frank, Foxborough's lucky to be down 14-0. They have the ball back right now. They were able to move the ball a little bit at the end of the first half, throwing the ball. We noticed they came out in the spread again, 4 wide.
Right.
So now they're running trips to the left side.
Well, here's Slaby back, pitch to Howard to the left.
Nice block by
Some nice
McNeil,
block, and then
pulling
Howard's
around,
got about 8-9 yards on that one.
Foxborough hasn't been able to run the ball in between the tackles, which explains why we're seeing less Valenza.
Let's take a look at Kevon Howard right here, Pat.
Look at McNeil pulling around the side right there, picking up the block and giving the lane for a cat.
Okay, we got about a 2nd and 2. Slaby again from the shotgun. There's a handoff to Howard, and Howard's bottled up. I don't know if he made, well, I think he did. With a second effort, he made the first down. So Foxborough looks like they come out a little bit more determined, Pat.
That offensive line's coming out a lot more physical. You got Ryan Smith, Nader, McNeil, Elfman, the sophomore Booth, and DeTulio.
We've been praising them all year long. They've done a great job. Obviously, having 2 running backs that have gotten as many yards as Valenza and Howard. There's a pass, but oh wow, nice pass.
Yeah, it was.
And there's another first down. Foxborough seems to be moving the ball pretty well. Who was that, Pat?
That was to DeTulio.
That was
Slaby threw it to
DeTulio.
DeTulio. What they did was they came out that trip set to the right, looking like they were going to sweep to that side.
Right.
Get the Mansfield defense heavy over there, leaving DeTulio by himself.
Number 21, DeTulio. Again, we talked about the numbers. Very difficult to see the numbers in the sun. Slaby again from the shotgun. We've got movement by Piscity, I believe. And there's the pitch to Howard. Not much there, but I think he got about 3. So we're inside the 20-yard line to about the 18 of Mansfield. Foxborough's moving the ball very well right now.
I think Foxborough's going to be able to take advantage of Mansfield overplaying the trip side for the run.
This
They're
is not
concerned
what,
about Howard getting outside on that side.
excuse me, Pat. This is not what Mansfield wanted to see. Mansfield wanted to rest their people in the second half, and they may not have an opportunity to do that if Foxborough keeps playing like this. Here we go. Slaby from the shotgun. Kevon Howard to his left. Slaby back to pass. And
Beautiful
oh
play right
boy.
there.
We got to.
Beautiful play.
We
Don't
got
tell
to
me
catch.
they called it on the offense.
I think that's going to be a defensive pass interference, Pat.
Nice out and up right there by Reed.
Jalen Reed. Let's take a look at Jalen Reed, number 1. Slavey back to
They got a
pass.
cat out there. He looks like he's running the out, then he goes up.
It is against Mansfield, and it is a
Fantastic.
touchdown. So Foxborough, in short time, 7 minutes and 26 seconds left in the period, has gotten on the board. Will in to do the kick. Drew McGarry on the hold. Low snap. And it is partially blocked, I believe, because of that low snap, too. So, unfortunately, Foxborough gets the point blocked. So the score stands at 14-6. That was impressive, though.
It was.
Little pass and a little run in there.
One thing with that long halftime is it's plenty of time to make adjustments. So it's going to be who made better adjustments at halftime, and see if they adjusted to the Mansfield offense.
Well, don't you want to? You want to go to the dance with the guy who brought you? I mean, Kevon Howard brought him to the dance. He's got to get involved in this offense as quickly as possible, and so does Valenza. Foxborough's right back in this football game. Kyle Will in to do the kicking. So let's see if the defense can rise to the occasion. Will with a nice kick deep. That's Kevin Mackey at the 9. A couple of missed tackles along the way. But yeah, we missed a couple of tackles right there, and Mackey got the ball back to the 25-yard line. And that's where they're going to take over. Now let's see if the defense can rise up here, Pat.
You know, Coach Martinelli always says it's a simple game. It comes down to who blocks and tackles better than the other team.
And that's exactly what it is, too. It's that simple. Wisniewski under center, in the eye. And I believe that is
Valenzola on the tackle.
that is Mackey, I believe, on the carry.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yep.
Kevin Mackey on the carry gains about 2 yards into the center of the Foxborough defensive line.
Their starting running back Raposa has been looking, like you said earlier, half a step slow, and
Yeah.
I think that's really showing. He's been more of a decoy than anything, because even when he does get the ball, he hasn't been very effective.
I think, Pat, they're going to rest in the second half. I'd be very surprised to see Robbie Raposa back in the game, especially with a playoff game coming up. He needs a few more days to recoup. Okay, Kyle Wisniewski under center. There's the snap. They hand off to Mackey again off the right side. Breaks it, and he is.
They just tackle it too high.
He's got about a 22-yard gain on that play. Right through the center of the line. Some nice blocking up front by the Mansfield Hornets.
The Foxborough defensive line needs to get aggressive. They need to fire off low, and they need to fill those gaps.
Let's take a look at Kevin Mackey on this play, folks. Right up the center, straight ahead blocking. Looks like Foxborough's defensive line, perhaps, and I hope not, a little tired, but they stood up on that play pretty much. Here comes Mackey in motion. Wisniewski back to pass. He's got a rush.
That's a hold right
They
there.
got a hold. Wisniewski lets loose and throws it over Brendan Hill's head. But we've
Looks
got.
like it's going to be offset and penalties.
Oh yeah.
We got a personal. Well,
Is that a personal foul on us on defense?
well, they threw a flag at it immediately, and I don't understand why. I mean,
Well, the flag is over here for holding.
Yeah.
If they threw another one over there, that ball was uncatchable. I don't know if they can call that on a defensive backfield there.
they might. If they do, it's going to be a personal.
Steve Carteret's making the call. It is a personal foul against Foxborough. He's facing the press box, which is away from us, so it's an automatic first down for the Hornets.
Are they offset and it's first down, or are they
No,
going to
that's
call
a
dead ball?
dead ball foul on Foxborough. Automatic first down for Mansfield. 6 minutes left in
So
the
they're gonna
third
walk
period.
forward 5 yards.
Yep. Not sure what that call was over there, Pat. I couldn't see it, to be honest. I was
They overthrew it. Ames came in and tried to lay a hit on Hill, which why wouldn't you? Because they've been throwing to him all day, and trying to get him something to think about, and they called a flag on it.
Anyway, Mansfield's got the ball at the Foxborough 47-yard line, and Wisniewski's operating with an eye in the backfield. There goes Mike Hirschman in motion. Wisniewski's back to pass. Got time, now he's breaking out of the pocket to the right. Releases the ball to Mike Hirschman in the sideline, gain of 9. Wisniewski did a great job avoiding the rush. Hirschman did a great job of getting open as the play broke down. Let's take another peek from the other side right here. Nice job by Kyle Wisniewski. Nice job by Hirschman.
Nice job by the camera crew right there. He was right at it.
Outstanding job by the camera crew, and we don't say enough about them. They do a great job every game, as they do in the box. Okay, here we go. 2nd and 1. Wisniewski under center. Hirschman in motion.
Just off tackle.
Off tackle to Mackey, first down.
Foxborough blitzing up the middle, anticipating it between the guards, and they went off tackle.
Nice blocking by number 74 right there. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Medeiros, I believe.
Medeiros, yeah, nice block. Okay, Mansfield has a first down at the Foxborough 34-yard line. And, right now it's almost effortless. Pass, run, pass, run. They're getting 5, 6, 7 yards a crack every play. Split backfield. Wisniewski back to pass. Finally, we got a rush on him, and he got away from 4 guys. My goodness. Kyle Wisniewski got away from 4 defensive linemen, or 4 defensive rushers for Foxborough. They had him 7, 8 yards deep in the backfield, and he ended up gaining, I'm thinking, about 3 or 4 yards, Pat. Let's take a look at Kyle Wisniewski on this play.
That's all Wisniewski right there.
Yeah.
They finally get their rush in there.
Look at the rush they
1,
needed.
2, 3.
3 guys. There's another one missing. 4. My goodness. Great job by Kyle Wisniewski as he picked up 3 yards on the carry. And Mansfield continues the drive. Here comes everybody from Foxborough right here. Mackey on the carry, on the sweep to the right. Raposa leading him. And there's a first down. We're going to get a hold on this play right here.
The adjustment it looks like Foxborough made is they took the taller Brendan Lovely and they're matching him up on the hill.
That would be a good move. I don't even know if we got anybody on the team 6'4". That's a tough matchup right there, and it's going to get a lot tougher for the teams to follow in the next couple of years with that kid.
Absolutely.
That play is coming back.
Lovely's 6'1", so we got to do the best we can.
Okay, we've got a 2nd and 11 right now. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left in the 3rd period. Mansfield with a 14-6 lead. Foxborough's got to toughen up right here.
2nd and 12 from the Foxborough 35.
Calling the signals defensively for Foxborough, Tyler Ames. He's got his call. Wisniewski's got his call from the offense. We've got a double wing, and we've got a timeout. We've got a timeout. I believe it's going to be a timeout for Mansfield. Mike Redding did not like the defense that he saw against his offensive play. Kyle Wisniewski comes to the sideline, and we're going to change that play, I'm assuming, right now.
They lined up double tight, double wing. Foxborough had 9 in the box with the 2 safeties over the top. Mike Redding said, no, we're going to change this up a little bit, talk about it.
Okay, we're going to pan the crowd here a little bit. We got a nice crowd here. I'm going to say, I'm not even sure, but I'm going to say maybe 4,000 people here. Maybe more, maybe a little less. It's hard to judge. But it's a big crowd, a beautiful day, about 52 degrees right now. Okay, 2nd and 11. Wisniewski under center. Pitch goes to Mackey. Mackey to the left, and he's stuffed. Great defensive play. I'm going to say, who is that?
That's Valenza.
That's Luke Valenza, who's everywhere.
Valenzola was containing it, and Valenza came in and filled it.
Great job. Valenzola played a nice game today, Pat.
He has played very well. He's doing a good job at the right outside linebacker spot. Nader's getting a breather.
Tanisov's in the game again.
Like to see a pass rush here out of the Foxborough defense.
Well,
See him get in there.
I think that's what you're going to see, and I think you're going to see the pass as well. We got motion. There goes Mackey in motion. Sets back, and it is going to Mackey. Mackey makes one move, gets about, I'm going to say 5-6 yards on the play, Pat. It's now going to be 4th and about 4.
And Mansfield's going to go for it. It's too short to punt and too long to kick.
Why not? Why not? Robbie Repose is back in the game for the Hornets. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third period. Again, we want to let everybody know that this game is going to be not only audio and video at 4 o'clock this afternoon, but it's also going to be Friday and Sunday at 8 o'clock on Cable 8, and Saturday and Monday at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. and noon. So if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday or Monday, you must be very tired. Anyway, Kyle Wisniewski, back to pass. Looking for Hirschman. He's got him. But that's going to be short of the first down.
It's incomplete anyway.
Was it incomplete? Okay.
Yeah, I saw the
Foxborough takes over on downs.
So I like what I just saw there. They got Brendan Lovely matched up across from Hill. So Lovely's listed at 6'1", so he's a little taller.
Yep.
Still pretty quick, and he's doing straight press coverage on Hill. He's not giving them any room to go for it. He's just going to stay in his hip pocket whenever Hill splits out. When Hill's down, because he's a tricky tight end.
Yeah, it's nice to bang him at the line of scrimmage for a second or two also. Okay, here we go. Mike Slaby from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Howard with the ball. He's breaking it outside. He's got some room. And there he goes.
He's going down the sideline.
Who's going to catch him?
Nobody's going to catch him. There we go. And just like that,
Foxborough.
a 71-yard run for Kevon Howard right there. No yellow on the field.
That's something you can't teach, Pat. That's blinding speed right there. I'm going to say 4.5 speed. As soon as he caught the corner, he was gone. Untouchable. That's what we've been waiting to see. We'll check that one out again once we go past the point.
That was a nice inside handoff, and then they fake the pass the other way, and
I think we're going to
Kevon Howard taking the S route. They're going to go for 2.
Yeah,
probably.
They got to go for 2 right here. This is our Super Bowl. We got to go for 2 to tie this game. Mansfield looks a little flat now, don't they?
They sure do.
In the first half, they'd have had 3 guys on Howard.
Yep. Well, that passing game in that first round, the first possession of the first half, they were throwing the ball pretty well on him. Got the Mansfield defense thinking something else, not just focusing on Cat.
No, you can tell the energy is turned around here.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. Mike Slaby's under center. Split backfield. Howard's got the ball. He breaks it outside. He's going to get the 2.
We got ourselves a ball game, Frank.
Wow, oh, wow. How this has turned around, it's amazing right here. In 8 minutes, we've turned this game right around. Kevon Howard with a 2-yard touch, with a 71-yard touchdown run and an extra point, a double extra point. We're tied up at 14. Let's look at the touchdown. Watch Howard. Look at the cut. Who can catch him? Absolutely no one.
See you later.
And that's what he brings to the table. College scouts are sitting. There you go. Let's look at Howard on the 2-point conversion. I was just getting ready to say college scouts are in the stands here watching this, and they're going, that's somebody we might want to take a look at. You think?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's got to push Howard well over the 100-yard mark in rushing. Okay, here we go. The kick. The reception by Mackey. Mackey to the left. He has an opening. And Mackey's over across the 40-yard line. Not very good special teams by Foxborough on that play. Mackey with a strong run gets to about the 41, 42-yard line, Pat.
Drew McGarry doing his job right there, keeping Mackey from getting the sideline and breaking that.
Yeah, he looked like he was the only one doing his job. Okay, here we go. We got to play some defense here. We got 1:51 left in the third period. Ames calls the defensive signal. Wisniewski gets the call from Mike Redding. And here we go. Okay, we got Mackey to the left. We got Raposa to the right. Wisniewski under center.
It's going to Raposa. It's on the ground, and it looks like Foxborough's got it.
I got to tell you, I don't even know if Robbie Raposa even had that football.
Bounced right off his hands.
Right off his hands, and Foxborough has the football on Mansfield's 44-yard line. Let's take a look at this again. Robbie Raposa into the line. Didn't even look like he had the ball.
Yep.
Who made the recovery pack? Did you see?
You couldn't see who got it. He fell right on it. Who do we get there? I can't see who it is, unfortunately.
Okay, Mike Slavey back to pass. There's another reception. Is this the Jalen Hill?
Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed, I'm sorry. Jalen Reed. Isn't there a Jalen Hill somewhere? Isn't he a basketball
I don't know.
player?
You were calling him Jalen Rose last week.
Was I? I love the kid. Okay, let's take a look.
Foxborough in the pistol, giving it to Howard up the middle. A couple of yards there. See what we can get from it.
Okay, I have to apologize to Jalen Reed. I apologize. Anyway, he's had 4 or 5 catches already. I don't know if Mansfield planned for him.
I don't think they did. He hasn't been a big part of the offense for most of the year. But then again, Foxborough likes to run the ball a lot. They've been able to impose their will running the ball on most of the teams they played.
Okay, Slavey's in the shotgun. We're trips to the left. We've got Kevon Howard to Slavey's left, and there's the pass to Pacitti. Pacitti's down to the 10-yard line. That was a nice call. He was the third. He was the third receiver on that side, and a nice little flare pass and a gain of about 20.
Foxborough lining up in that look where they've been running the toss to Howard to that side. They fake the handoff to him, and then they get Pacetti on that little bubble out right there.
There you go.
Room to work.
Foxborough's coming in again at the 15-yard line from Mansfield. Slavey in the shotgun. Howard to his left. It's Slavey.
The zone read. Pulls it out.
And Slavey is down to the 9. That's going to be the end of the third period, I believe. Gain of 6 yards on by Mike Slavey. They haven't run that play all day long. That was a good gainer in a couple of different games they've played already. That's going to be the end of the third period. Couldn't get the play off, and Foxborough in control right now on the Mansfield 9-yard line as we go into the fourth quarter.
It's a completely different Foxborough team we saw in that third quarter than the one we saw in the first half.
I thought this was going to come down to the last play of the game, Pat, to be honest with you. This is a well-played second half for Foxborough, much better than they played in the first half, offensively and defensively. Mansfield looks a little sluggish. They look like they thought they had the game in hand, and Foxborough just came out in the second half and just give them a little beat down.
Knocking on the door. Let's see them get in there, huh? 2nd and 4. Plenty of room for a first down. You're on the 9-yard line.
Well, it's unfortunate for Robbie Raposa that he had a fumble on that play because he's had such a great year all year long. I mean, it's easily forgivable, and I'm sure he doesn't feel that way. But he'll have more opportunities. I guarantee you that.
I don't know if it was Raposa or Wisniewski on that.
Well,
maybe Raposa didn't make the pocket big enough, and
possible.
maybe Wisniewski bounced it off the hip. But it was definitely wasn't one of those bobble fumbles. That was, he never even had a chance of getting that handoff. Never really had it in his grasp.
Okay, let's see what the Warriors can do here. They've got a 2nd and 4 on Mansfield's 9-yard line as we begin the fourth period, Pat.
It's the first time we've heard the band today during the game.
Okay, Slavey's deep.
Trips right to Howard. They're going to sweep with him, I think.
Bad snap. Howard's got the ball. He's going to get in. You can't. Oh, there's a flag on a play, Pat. I think we have motion. I think we had some motion. I'm not sure if it was Alex City going forward and then going
Offsides on the Mansfield defense. We'll be declining that.
Wow.
Yvonne Howard will take that 9-yard touchdown along the left side.
You think? Wow.
Running behind DeTulio, Smith, and McNeil.
Talk about a game that's turned around. Holy cow. Let's take a peek from the other side here.
Nice recovery.
They don't have an answer for Howard. Kyle Willen to kick the point. There's the snap. It's down. It's up and it's good.
Snap's dead on the money right there. It's a 7-point game for the Warriors now.
Foxborough up 20-14. What a comeback by Foxborough. All within 10 minutes and 6 seconds. By the way, this game is being played with 10-minute quarters, not 11-minute quarters as they normally are. And I'm not sure if that, I think that might be the choice of the home team. I'm not sure.
It's a MIAA rule because of the playoff format.
Oh, is that what they did?
3 games
Yeah, it
in
makes
10
sense.
days.
That makes sense. But I think once a non-league team comes into your home ballpark, you can either go, you can go whatever you want. You can go 10 through 12, I believe.
Really?
I think that's the rule. I may be wrong on that, but I think that's the rule.
Mansfield sideline's a little shell-shocked right now. That turned around in a hurry.
Crowd is quieted right down, that's for sure. Here's Will's kick. To his right. Number 47 on the carry.
Going to be going back because of a hold as well, putting them further back. Now, Frank, I checked my checked the time right before kickoff. It was 11:26.
Really?
It is now 11:42.
You think they scored? You think they had 11 minutes on that clock?
No, it was a 10-minute clock.
Yeah,
it was definitely a 10-minute
yeah.
clock. But what I'm saying is, it was in 16 minutes. Foxborough has put up 21 points. Well, 21? Yeah, 21 points.
16 minutes, not 16.
16 minutes real time.
10 and 11 minutes.
Yeah, I'm saying 11:26 was when I'm talking about the actual.
Oh, the actual
real
time they went in. Yeah, yeah.
It happened quick.
3 touchdowns
that was a quick
quickly.
third quarter.
You're absolutely right.
Illegal block in the back on the return team.
Well, we got a block on the back. Mansfield's going to get kicked again.
Well, looks like we got an offside, so Foxborough's going to kick again.
All right. We got an illegal block in the back on Mansfield. We got an offsides on the kickoff by Foxborough. So we're going to do this all over again from the 40-yard line. Will's going to kick another one. Orion Dawkins deep, along with Kevin Mackey from Mansfield. This is something Mansfield did not need going into the playoffs, huh?
Absolutely not.
Kick again to Dawkins. On the hop, he's got to come up and grab it.
Ooh.
Nice tackle. That was a terrific tackle.
Yeah, it was. That was Valenza.
Was it Valenza?
Yep. That was Valenza coming over the top, throwing his shoulder into him and jacking up that Foxborough sideline.
Ouch. Nice hit by
Hope we can get a replay of that hit right there. So let's see how the Foxborough defense comes out. Now they're loose, they're aggressive.
Okay. Kyle Wisniewski under center for Mansfield. Strong to the right. And we got motion to the right. Mackey with the pitch. Nice block.
Chamberlain adjusting the route. Ames doing the contain, and the rest of the defense doing their job, led by Adam Saltis.
Well, they had a lot of success, Mansfield, in the first half throwing the football. So I'm assuming right here with a 2nd and 9, they're going to put the ball up again. We've talked about Hill, his big wide receiver.
Foxborough just put some passing defense in too. They sent in some pass rushers.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna blitz too. We'll see what happens here. Wisniewski's under snap.
They got Lovely matched up on Hill again.
Oh.
Miscommunication between Hirschman and Wisniewski. It's like Wisniewski was expecting Hirschman to do a quick comeback, and Hirschman was expected to go a little deeper.
This is not the same team we've seen in the first half, that's for sure. So we got a 3rd and 9, 8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the ball game on a gorgeous day here in Mansfield.
Certainly heated up here.
Here we go. Let's see if we got a blitz here, Pat. We got a 3-man rush.
Look at this. They got Valenzola on hill now. He's going to jam them, and they got help over the top.
Not a great rush. Oh, right off Hirschman's hands. Wisniewski let him a little bit too long as he was past the first down marker, too. So Mansfield's going to be forced to kick the football right here, Pat. Nice hold by Foxborough.
Foxborough punt return unit should be looking for the, keep their eyes open for a possible fake punt. Maybe something that Mansfield had run previous in the year that Duxbury would no doubt have film on.
Jalen Reed and Drew McGarry back for Foxborough. Doing the punting, Willie Palanza. Is that Willie Palanza kicking the football? I think it is, 55.
That's their right guard.
McGarry with the football gets a fair catch, and Foxborough will take over on their own 38-yard line. Nice field position. Foxborough's got a great deal of momentum right now, as we've talked about.
Think we're going to see Kevon Howard get the ball again?
You think? You know what? Maybe they'll mix it up a little bit and get Valenza the ball. Pound the middle a little bit. Let's see.
Nope. If it ain't
Howard's,
broke, don't fix it.
Yep. No, Valenza's playing defense today. We got another flag down. We got Howard stopped in the backfield.
Offsides on the Mansfield defense, but Howard's going to make something happen.
Look at this kid Howard run. He picked up 8 yards. I don't so they'll probably dismiss the defensive offsides for Mansfield. I'm going to assume. Oh, they're calling it on Foxborough. They must have had some
They're
motion.
calling a personal foul on Foxborough.
Oh, really?
Or a hold, maybe? Maybe a block in the back. If that's the case, the defensive offsides should offset it. Nope, personal foul.
Personal foul on Foxborough. There had to be a block in the back, yep.
But they were offsetting because it wasn't a dead ball.
Right, we're going to do this again.
Good thing that flag hit the ground before the whistle blew.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we still maintain a first down from the 38-yard line of Foxborough. Here comes the play from Mike Bordieri. Mike Slaby back in the shotgun for Foxborough.
Howard right again to
Howard
Tullio
to
on
his
his
right.
own.
Kevon Howard to Slaby's right. Howard's got the ball. Looked like he kind of had a stop. There goes the football. There goes the football, and Mansfield has recovered. Alex Pardo recovered the football for Mansfield, and Mansfield's got great field position. 8 minutes and 33 seconds left in the football game. They've got the ball at Foxborough's 38-yard line right now, Pat.
Coach telling them right now, just calm down, guys, play some defense, and
a lot of time left. A lot of time left. Okay, Kyle Wisniewski brings him up to the line of scrimmage. He's under center. Got an eye behind him. Raposa leads Mackey in. Mackey gets about 2. Mackey's getting the bulwark of the rushes here, Pat, right now with Raposa. Looks like he's a little bit on the shelf running the football. I understand why they're going to do this.
Looks like they want him on the field to be a threat, at least something for the defense to think about.
That's exactly right. Okay, we got Brendan Hill to the right. We got Mike Hirschman to the left. We're splitting the backfield. Here comes Mackey to the left. Got good blocking in front of him. He turns the corner. Mackey's got himself a first down plus about 10 more. So about a 20-yard game for Kevin Mackey right there, the Mansfield captain, number 26. And Mansfield has taken control with the ball at the Foxborough 23-yard line. Turned out to be a very good football game, and a good second half anyway, Pat, huh?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got Hirschman split to the right. Hill to the left.
Right. I'll give it to Mackey. Nope, they're going to pass.
It's going to Hirschman. We got a flag down too. I don't know.
Offsides or
Yeah,
illegal formation.
we got a side judge calling that play, so I'm assuming that's going to be an
Right
offside.
at the point of the separation.
Yeah.
Offsides on the defense.
Wow. Somebody's leaning over the ball. So Mike Redding has decided to take the penalty.
Take first down still.
Yeah, they're short of a first down, I think. Let's take a peek if we can see this. Oh, I think the left end might have been offsides on that play. It looked like to me. Okay, we've got a 1st and 5 from the Foxborough 18-yard line. Mike Hirschman split to the right. Brendan Hill split to the left. Baxter split. Wisniewski back to pass. There's another
It's
flag.
going to be a false start. Turn into a flag fest in
Yeah,
the
here
fourth
we
quarter
go.
here.
And we're thinking that's another offsides by Mansfield.
All right, so we go back to 1st and 10 from the 24. Right where we were 2 plays ago.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Let's take a look and see if we can pick this up.
They called it on Hill right there.
That's 2 in a row on him, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Hirschman to the right. Hill to the left. From the eye. Wisniewski takes the snap. It's the pitch to Mackey. Nice play. And he let him go. Who's that, Luke?
Yeah.
Luke had him. He just let him go. Stick your face in there. Let's take a
George
look.
came in to finish him off.
Let's take a look at Luke Valenza on this play. He's got him. Unfortunately, swung him around, let him go. Okay. Mansfield will gain a 2. We got 2nd and 8. 6.5 minutes left in the football game.
Now they got Valenza matched up on Hill, being a little.
He's striking a blow on him. They're not going to let him off the line of scrimmage, and rightfully so. That's what I said earlier. You can't let this kid. They got to upset the timing. They got to hit this kid at the line of scrimmage.
Mansfield tried running outside to that side when Valenza was split out, and they're going to think in the future they're going to be running away from Hill when he's split out like that, if that's what they're going to do.
We got Hill in a tight formation. There's going to be nothing here, I'll tell you that. That's what's his name?
Valenza contains. Adam Saltis comes running in, making the great fill right there.
That's Alex Ruddy on the carry, I believe.
Mikey Campbell in on that stop as well. Look at that. Valenza contains right there, forces him up, and Saltis is right there to stick him.
All right, we got a 4th and 3 right here. What's your call, Pat?
I think they're going to
Pitch Mackey to the left.
pitch him to the left.
Let's see
They
what
got
they do.
Raposa back there, so I think they might throw to.
Oh my God, another penalty.
Is that a
All right,
false
so
start?
there, timeout maybe. Timeout. Timeout on Mansfield.
What I think they were doing right there is they were going to do a play action to Raposa, and then they were going to try to get the receivers, because they had 2 to the left, try to get them behind the linebackers.
We've got 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the football game. Foxborough with a 21-14 lead. Mansfield driving the football. They've got the ball at the 15-yard line from Foxborough, and Mansfield's looking at a 4th and 3.
It's a big play right here.
Biggest play of the game right here. Okay, we got Wisniewski under center. There's the eye.
Ball's on the ground. Can they get it?
Oh my God. I think he got a first down. He dropped the football
he
from
did.
the center. Wisniewski picked it up. I thought his knee might have hit the ground.
They ran the old fumble-rooski.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
And they picked up a first down. I'd like to see that again. I thought Kyle Wisniewski's leg was down, but knee was down. Let's take a peek at this, if we can see it.
Nope.
Oh, he didn't get it all the way down. Nice play by Wisniewski. And a broken play. Okay, Mansfield's got a 1st and 10. And there's the pitch to Mackey. Mackey for 5 or 6. Down to the Foxborough 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 4. I think Mansfield's got that fade to the back corner of the end zone and to Hill in their playbook.
I don't think they're going to throw the ball.
No?
I think they're going to run the football. We got second and about 4 yards to go. 4.5 minutes left in the game. I don't think I'd throw the ball, Pat. Here comes Mackey to the right. And he gets held up at the 3-yard line.
Stood up by Valenza.
It looked like he stopped, didn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was looking for a hole or he slipped a little bit. I'm not sure. Mike, let's take a peek. Our great camera crew's picking this up. Now watch him stop.
Great contain right there. Who's that? That's Passetti doing the containment.
Yeah. Nice job. Whoops. Excuse me. Okay, Mike Redding's taking another timeout, and he's not really happy right here. 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the football game.
Well, every timeout they burn now, well, they want to get these plays in. Is one less timeout we'll see in the last 4 minutes.
That's true. Well, they've got options. There's no question. Hirschman, outstanding receiver. Hill, outstanding receiver. Mackey, outstanding running back. They've got options. Wisniewski is a very talented quarterback, very athletic. They've got the ball on the Foxborough 3-yard line. They've got 2 downs to get it in. They're not going to kick a field goal. There's no question about that. They're going to try to get the ball in the end zone. So what do you think we're going to do here, Patrick?
I don't know. They've been having a lot of they might go off tackle.
Yep. With
Mackey. They've been having some success with that to the split end side.
I got to tell you something. A little misdirection come right up the middle with one of these counter plays might be something, because I think they're looking to the outside. Foxborough's going to be looking to the outside, and I don't blame them.
Maybe we'll see that famous Mansfield counter we saw in the 2-point conversion.
Let's find out. Here we go. Mansfield breaks the huddle. Wisniewski under center.
Hill's tight to the line. They have 2 tight ends to the right side, so they're heavy on the left side with linemen.
There goes a touchdown run for Mackey off the left side. Big hole, too. Nice block.
They went unbalanced right there.
Yep, nice block. Okay, this is a huge extra point right here. Kyle Wisniewski will be holding for Mike Hirschman. This point ties the score.
They're going to fake it again?
Yeah, we got a penalty. What do we got, too many guys on the field? Oh, it's against Foxborough. Yes, there goes one off the field. I wonder if they got 12 guys on the field.
How can they call too many guys on the field before the ball snapped?
I don't know. But when they break the huddle, if you've got 12 guys on the field,
that's for the offense.
That's a penalty. You could same in the defense. They got too many guys on the field.
Lining up with 12.
Yeah, they lined up with 12 guys. Well, that moves the ball up to about the 1.5-yard line. Not that it makes it easier, but it makes it different.
I think they declined it, so it wouldn't be different. He's kicking from the 10.
Snap is down. Hirschman drills it. We got a tie score here with 3:57 left in the ball game.
I saw Steve Cataretti right there do a little wave off. I think Rudden was on the same page you were, Frank. Makes it different. I'll decline it.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the touchdown right here. Nice block, outstanding blocking on the left side of the Mansfield offensive line. Outstanding. I could have got through that one. Okay, folks, we got a ball game right here. This is one of the better games between Foxborough and Mansfield in the last 20 years. I guarantee you that.
21-21. You got your senior quarterback be leading the offense. Kevon Howard.
You got a senior tailback who's all-league MVP. And he's been the difference for Foxborough in the second half, Pat, no question about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, Hirschman's lining his team up. He'll be kicking off. Deep for Foxborough will be Kevon Howard and Drew McGeary, both Hockomock League All-Stars. Here's the kick. It's going out of bounds. That's going to be a flag right there. I think Foxborough will take over at the 40-yard line.
Yep.
Hirschman kicked it out of bounds. That's a penalty. And I'm sure he was told to keep the ball away from Kevon Howard, Pat, which he did.
Yep. They
We're going to kick it again.
Yeah, the
Oh, they're
rule
gonna
for the
take it back.
kickoff is 30 yards from where it was kicked off. So they would have had the ball at their own 30.
Gotcha.
Or they could put him back 5 yards and make him kick again.
Gotcha. There we go. And there's the rule.
Come on, Mansfield, get down there.
All right, here we do it all over again. Here comes Hirschman. Going to McGarry. He's got the ball at the 15. He's at the 30, the 35, the 40.
Oh my God, the ball's on the ground.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Holy cow.
Hirschman tackles him. He was the last guy to get beat. Tackles McGarry, and the ball goes on the ground. Mansfield recovers.
Wow.
With 3:46 left.
McGarry looked like he was going to score, Pat.
Yeah, he did.
Great play by Hirschman. Knocked the ball out of Drew McGarry's hands. Let's take a look at this run by Drew McGarry.
Great run.
Great run. He looks like, oh,
Got
boy.
tackled right when he was switching hands.
Yeah. And that's why they tell you don't switch hands. Okay, Mansfield's got great field position at their own 47-yard line to start with 3:46 on the clock.
Foxborough defense has got to make a stop and get this ball back.
They've got to stop him now. They can't stop him down inside the 20.
Yep.
Because Hirschman can kick a field goal from there.
Yeah, he can.
All right, here we go. Wisniewski under center. The snap. Wisniewski back to pass. Oh, my goodness. That could have been picked off by McGarry right there. That was intended for Brendan Hill.
If McGarry gets that ball, there's nothing but green grass in front of him.
Let's take a
Green turf.
absolutely. Let's take a look at Kyle Wisniewski back to pass. He's telegraphing that pass the whole time, too. That looked like it was dropped. I think it was dropped by Hill. All right. Second down, 10 to go. Turned into a great football game.
Sure did.
Terrific rivalry, terrific coaching staffs, terrific players. This is a great day right here. This is the kind of day you want to see a football game like this. Okay, Wisniewski under center, split backs. Here comes the blitz by Foxborough. And we've got another flag. We've got illegal procedure by the Hornets.
Start. The Mansfield offensive line saw that blitz coming, and they...
Somebody jumped.
Yep.
Well, we're going back 5, so Mansfield's going to take the ball at their 42-yard line.
It's the good thing about timing those blitzes is it's human nature. Sometimes you're going to flinch.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, for the folks that are listening to this football game, you got to watch this later on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a great game. All right, here we go. Wisniewski back to pass. He's looking for Hill. He was held up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Hill, oh boy, I'll tell you.
Passetti's jam right there was the difference between that being a touchdown and that incomplete.
If that might have been past 5 yards, I got to see that again. If we can get a hold of Brendan Hill, number 19, he looked like he was held up. I'm not sure if it was past. Let's see if Hill is hit past 5 yards. And I can't really tell right here, but I know he was grabbed. I don't know if that was the difference in the pass, but
the NCAA rules got one of those things where you can hit them past 5 yards as long as the ball's not in the air.
Yeah.
In terms of that, they do have defense. They do have defensive holding on things like that. Luckily, he didn't grab a hold of him, but that was definitely that was some physical pass defense by Passetti, and it was the difference.
Well, Mansfield's called another timeout. I'm not sure if this is their 4th of the half or not, but there's 3:36 left in the game, 21-21. Mansfield has the ball at their own 42-yard line, and they've got to go 15 for a first down. Down to the Foxborough, 43.
Gotta go for the first down here, right? Because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't get it, you got to punt. It's not like you're in 4-down territory.
I'm not even sure. It depends on how far they get, Pat. I mean, if they're like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, I'm thinking I'm going to go for it. But
You're looking at like a 12-yard pattern at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at Brendan Hill right now, and I'm saying get him in the middle of the field. Because if he falls, he's good for a yard. If there's a call in the bag of tricks right here, This is the one Mike Redding's going to pull out. This is the one Duxbury's going to be looking at right here.
Duxbury is definitely very interested to see how this play is going to go.
This crowd is really quiet, Pat. What an interesting ball game. Tale of two halves.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. The play has been called. Wisniewski's behind the center. Backs are split. Brendan Hill to the right. Wisniewski's being pushed. Oh, boy. Yep, no.
Hirschman's trying to get a
Yeah,
pass
he's-
interference call,
I think
which is
he's
ridiculous.
Yeah, I
'cause it
think
could have
he's
been
begging
him.
on that one. There was no contact on that. If anything, he made the contact.
Yeah, he grabbed Passetti. Was it Passetti?
Yeah.
I think it was Passetti. He grabbed them around the shoulders, keeping
Yep.
Passetti from going to get the ball.
There's been a lot of penalties, but that's one they're not going to get. Okay, 4th down, 15 yards to go, 3:27 left in the ball game. Willie Palanza's back to kick. The snap is good. McGeary called fair catch. I think he could have gained about 5 yards on that play. But anyway, it's better to be safe. Okay, Foxborough takes over, Pat, at their own 27-yard line. $73 yards to go to win this football game.
They don't need all 73, though.
No, they can kick a field goal. Slaby's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Boy, they gave DeTulio a lot of room on that. He looked like he was defensive back was back about 20 yards on that. Who's number 37? David Collins. See if you can see the number on that, Pat. We have difficulty in the monitor seeing it.
47, maybe.
Okay. Anyway,
one of them.
Foxborough's got the ball, 2nd and 2 for a first down. Slaby back to pass. Here's the snap. Kevon Howard's got the ball. He's got a first down.
And he's got some
And
grass
he's
to
got
go.
a few. He's
And
gone.
there he goes.
That's the football game. If this holds up, wow.
No
Holy-
yellow on the field.
Nothing. That
Kevon Howard.
magnificent run. He went through a sliver and you couldn't see him.
That definitely puts him over 100.
It might have put him over 200.
Yeah, it might have. What a game by Kevon Howard in the second half right here.
That was a 73-yard football run, I believe.
DeTulio had the 7-yard gain.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So 60-something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Still good, 65.
Still good, right through the middle. Kevon Howard. We're going to see that in a minute, I'm sure. Here's McGeary to hold for Will. Snap is down. Will to kick. I think he missed it. He did miss it. He missed it to the right. Wow, plenty of time left on the clock. Foxborough with a 27-21 lead. Let's look at Kevon Howard here.
Kevon Howard playing like the Hockomock offensive MVP today.
That he is. Let me tell you, folks, he's got all this in the second half, too. He may have gotten 20, 30 yards in the first half, but he's been magnificent in the second half, and nobody's going to catch him when he's in the open. Okay, Mansfield's got plenty of time, and they've got an opportunity also. If they can drive the football and score, they can kick a point, they can win this football game. So this is all coming down to this series right here.
So Foxborough, it's been seen 2 touchdowns since 3:57 on the clock right there.
Yeah.
3 possessions.
Here's Will to kick off. Kick to the right. Number 18 with the football. Kyle Hurley on the return. And Kyle returns the football to his own 34-yard line.
Nyleek Feaster, the first person to meet him there on the sideline.
Okay, Mansfield has to score a touchdown to win this football game. 3 minutes and 1 second left in the contest. Here we go.
If you're Foxborough, you're defending 4 downs every set.
Yep. We're going to be seeing the ball going in the air, I'm sure. I guarantee you one thing, Kyle Mackey, although a good runner, can't match the speed of Kevon Howard, so he's already in a slot right now. Wisniewski's back to pass. Wide open is Hill. Wide open, Brendan Hill. Wow, that's a gain of about 20 on that.
He's not getting that free. He's getting that free release again.
He's better off in the middle of the field than he is on the. He's better off in the middle of the field than he is on the side. Let's take a look at Hill. Nice pass by Wisniewski. Hill is so big. Just jump right up there and get that football. Okay, get the ball 1st and 10 at the 46 of Foxborough. Wisniewski's back to pass
Same
again.
Play.
To the right this time. Beautiful
play right there.
Goodness gracious, what a play by Pacitti.
Oh, that's.
And he's down on the ground.
Pacitti hits him right as the ball's getting there, pops up in the air, right into Valenza's weight and hands.
Wow, what
Valenza
a stick.
gets the interception, returns it back to the 35-yard line, and Hirschman is hurt.
Mike Hirschman wide open, catches the football, stuck by Alex Pacitti. Ball bounces in the air. Ball bounces up in the air, and Luke Valenza's in the right place at the right time. Take a peek at this.
Got there at the exact same time as the ball. Gift wrapped it.
What a stick by Pacitti. There's the play of the game, folks, right there.
Hirschman's okay.
Boy, that reminds me a couple of years ago.
Didn't that look like McDermott hitting Badiri right there, the way the ball popped up?
It looked like it.
It's on the other side, though.
Yeah, it was on the other side. Anyway, here comes Slaby from the shotgun. Kevon Howard with the football. Breaks to the right.
Stay in bounds.
A gain of about 2 on the play. And that's all we want to do, as Patrick just said. Stay in bounds, kill the clock. Timeout has been called by Mansfield on this play.
How many timeouts does Mansfield have, I wonder?
I think they've got 1 left, if I'm not mistaken. Well, right now this is a shock to the faithful of Mansfield, I can tell you that. Although I don't think they were looking ahead. I think they honestly, they got outplayed in the second half here. They outplayed Foxborough in the first half, and Foxborough certainly outplayed them in the second half, scoring 27 points.
Well, Frank, you and I were talking before the game, and we expected Foxborough to really play very well.
Absolutely.
We were disappointed in the first half, but this team that we saw in the second half is the one we were expecting to see.
Yeah. Turned out to be a great football game. It really did. And this is not over yet. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. Foxborough's got the ball 2nd and 7 from their own 38-yard line.
Mansfield's going to get the ball back with just under 2 minutes left, unless Foxborough gets a first down, which might be a possibility the way Kevon Howard's been running the ball.
Here's the strange thing. Foxborough, if this score holds up, they go 8-3. Mansfield goes 7-4, and they go to the playoffs. This is the craziest year I've ever seen. Stoughton could be 10-1. King Philip could be 10-1. They're both out of the playoffs. Foxborough could have a better record than Mansfield, and they're going. We'll see what happens here. Low snap.
Give it to Valenza
Is that
up the
Luke?
middle.
Luke's the punisher. Look at him. Still going. They called him down. I think he gained about 4 yards on the play.
I think they're saying that Slaby's knee hit.
Oh. Really? Didn't see that one. Let's take a peek again. Yeah, it did.
There it is.
Great call by the official, who have done a very good job of this football game, because there's the second half, there's been a lot of flags on the field. Mike Redding is not happy with it.
Come on, you got a hole, defense.
Whatever Jack Martinelli and his coaching staff did in the second half, well, I'll tell you, it's worked. Besides using Howard, like we're probably not going to see another one of him for a long time. The offensive line has come to play the second half. They certainly didn't in the first half. Steve Cataret's talking to Mike Redding right now. The referee. And I'm sure it's not a happy discussion.
They haven't made the ball ready to play yet. I don't understand what he's upset about.
I don't know. We're not going to find out up here either. Anyway, we got 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in the ball game. Foxborough's got the ball 2nd and 7 from their own 38-yard line.
Mansfield burn a timeout. Is that clock going to run or what? There we go.
Yeah, clock's running right now. What was that? Okay. All right, here we go. From the shotgun, Mike Slaby. Kevon Howard behind him. Luke Valenza leading Howard into the line of scrimmage. And Howard's going to get about 4 or 5 back, which is going to make it 3rd and 5. Or 4th and 5, I'm sorry. 4th and 8. He got 5 on the play. That clock is still going to run. Foxborough's going to take as much time off the clock as they can. I think they must be. And Foxborough's going to,
unless they're saving one for a field goal attempt.
I don't know.
Well, no, it's 27-21. What am I thinking, Frank?
Foxborough's going to, no, they can't. Yeah, they can't do that. They're out of timeouts. I think.
They must be.
Foxborough's smart to run the clock. The clock is already.
They might just take the delay game.
Yeah. And somebody who called it the Foxborough
call a timeout.
Foxborough called a timeout with 1 second left. They don't want to go back 5. There's 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the contest. Foxborough up 27-21. Foxborough has a 4th and 8. Mansfield's going to get the football back for a series. We'll see what we can. Stranger things have happened in football games, that's for sure. And this Mansfield is a good football team, so let's not hold our breath here.
That punt team has got a. They're going to block because I think Mansfield's going to be bringing the heat. Although Mansfield did have 2 guys back to return the punt. So what do you think? You go for a good return here, Frank, or you go for the block?
I got to tell you right now, I'd go for the block. He's kicking the ball from his own 20-yard line. And that's the decision right now, Pat, right there. Mike Redding's made the call. And we're going to have Mackey back with number 47. What's his name?
47 is Arurian Dawkins.
They're not going for the block. I think they're going for the return.
Yep.
Or else they'd have everybody up on the line of scrimmage, Pat. We got some movement here. Slide to the double wing. Good snap. Nice snap. Punt is off.
Good punt.
Dawkins on the return. And he's stopped right where he stands at the 39-yard line of Mansfield.
Well, that was a dangerous return right there.
It certainly was. Okay, here we go, folks.
Mansfield's got 1:02 to go, 61 yards.
61 yards in 1:02. This football's going in the air. There's no question about that. It just depends on who it's going to go to.
I think Hill's going to be working in the center of the field.
That's where I'd send him. He's
NCAA rules, you get the clock stops for the ball to get set on first downs.
Right. Can also down the ball himself.
Yep.
Wisniewski under center. Dawkins in the backfield. Movement by. Here we go. There's the pass to the. Oh, that's got to be 15 right there. Yeah, you could tell that was. Drew McGeary, I think, hit Mackey. Was that Mackey on that,
yeah,
on
that
that play?
Mackey.
Kevin Mackey on the out pattern. Drew McGeary came up a little bit.
Going to be the spot of the foul.
Let's take a look at Drew McGeary on this play.
12 yards.
Hit him a little too early. So we're going back. There's an automatic first down on Foxborough's 48-yard line. 56 seconds left in the ball game. What you don't want to do, sometimes the momentum that's caused by a penalty like that is very, very beneficial to the offensive team. All right, Wisniewski under center.
He's going to be jamming the slot man.
3 split to the left. Wisniewski looks to the left. Releases.
Going to Hill.
It's going
Jump
to Hill.
ball.
Oh, boy. No, that's just incidental contact. I think they're going to call that.
Yep. Can't call it on Foxborough. Would have been both of them going for the ball. He was looking back at it.
Yep.
So they're testing Hill down the sideline.
All right, we're 2nd and 10 right now. Let's take a look at the end of this play. There's incidental contact on that. That's not, you're not going to call that with this much time left in the game. Okay, here's Kyle Wisniewski getting under the center again. He's got Mackey to his left in the slot. Hirschman and Hill to the left. He's looking to the left.
Tackle him inbounds. Oh, out of bounds.
Well, he didn't get a first down, but he did get out of bounds. Stop the clock, Brendan Hill. 2nd and 2. No, I'm sorry, 3rd down and 2 yards to go for a Mansfield first down on the Foxborough 41-yard line.
They're giving Hill a cushion because they don't want to get beat deep.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'd look for Hirschman here. Alex Pacity's lining up on him.
It's got to be a timeout by Foxborough, yep. So what they're doing right there is they only had Hirschman and Pacitti Hirschman and Hill splitting out. So they had Valenzola and Valenza going over on those two guys and just jamming them. And they have the corners playing over the top.
I think they got Mackey in the slot, though, Pat. They better watch him. Somebody better watch him. I'm sure they are. Okay, 45 seconds left in the contest. Ball's on Foxborough's 41-yard line. 3rd down and 2 yards to go for a Mansfield first down, but they're not concerned about a first down right now. They're concerned about a touchdown. Okay, we got Alex Pacitti and Luke Valenza on Hirschman right in front of us. Luke is going to do the striking of the blow. The ball is to Mackey. It's a run. And it is a first down by Mackey. The clock is going to stop until they move the stakes.
They just wanted to get the first down so they could kill it and get a fresh set.
Yep. I don't think they're going to kill it.
No, they're ready. They had 2 plays in there.
Wisniewski back to pass. Oh, another nice hit by Drew McGarry right there on Kevin Mackey. Okay, we're going 2nd down and 10. 29 seconds left in the game. Let's take a look at Drew McGarry's stick on this.
Nice
Good job, Drew. Nice job.
Create separation between the receiver and the ball.
This is, if we're not going to get a rush, this is all defensive backfield right now. And Foxborough has a good one. Jalen Reed is playing way off of Hill.
Yep. They were trying to set many sacks on.
Nice.
That's a big.
I think
that's Kevon Howard right there.
I think Kevon Howard, who doesn't play a lot of defense, if any, just made a sack on Wisniewski, and the clock is down to 14 seconds. Here's the pass.
Let's get in there, guys.
It's deep, and it's going to be
Jalen
picked off by
picks
Reed.
It off. Just go down,
Take
young
it
man.
down, and that's the
what
ball
he
game
does.
right there. Mansfield with a mild upset, although I don't think we said that.
Wisniewski is on the field.
I didn't even see the end of it after it was released.
Neither did I.
That's Mansfield Super Bowl. Right here, Mansfield, Foxborough Super Bowl with a 20. That's Foxborough's first win since 2006. Frank McDowell just told me. And a great win this was. This was a tremendous second half effort here, Pat, by the Foxborough Warriors to take this game against a playoff contending team. So here we go. Foxborough finishes its season on a very, very high note at 8-3. Mansfield finishes its regular season at 7-4. This was a tremendous football game. And I think if, like we were talking earlier, if anybody's in the stands watching a tailback, Kevon Howard's their guy. 2 long touchdown runs of over 60 yards for Howard. They were definitely the difference in the game. Defense stepped up when they had to step up, and just a tremendous football game. We wish the best to Mansfield as they move into the semifinals, I guess you'd say, of the tournament. And
Wisniewski just got up, so that's a good sign.
yeah, that's a good sign for him. They're going to need him. He just got stuck. But I think we're going to hold on, if I'm not mistaken. I think we have. Yeah, we've got the awards. Coach Martinelli just walked over to tell Kyle Wisniewski, wish him the best, and pat him on the fanny and say, good job, kid. Good luck to you. Just a great football game against 2 great rivals.
It really was. It was an excellent game. The first half was, like you said earlier, the tale of 2 halves. It was completely dominated by Mansfield in the first half. And in the second half, the Foxborough offensive and defensive lines started to play much better.
What do they say all the time, Patrick? The turkey's going to taste very sweet today.
Oh, yeah.
Good job for the Foxborough Warriors. Let's
They're going to give out the MVP trophy to a running back. Who do you think the MVP is going to be?
I know it. I'm going to sit down a second here. As they get ready to do this, the teams are going to line up opposite each other, and the MVP trophies are going to be given out. My guess is Kevon Howard gets one of them.
Who do you think's?
Let's take a look at the final play that Jalen Reed made the pick.
He just had the Reed pick. And then he just goes down.
And that's it. There's the ball game right there. Great job. Jalen Reed, he played a terrific second half.
It's great to see a senior come through and play the best game that we've seen him play all the season.
All year long. Best game I've seen him play ever.
Yeah.
Great job. Those are happy Foxborough kids over there, Patrick.
Absolutely. Now Mansfield needs to refocus, and they need to get ready for Duxbury, which is a tall task.
Yeah, they're going to play a Duxbury team that hasn't lost a football game in 3 years. But I'm told they can be beaten. I was told by one of the Pembroke fathers that who they have to play. No, Pembroke has to play Sharon, but they were saying to me that Duxbury can be beaten.
You gonna make it on the field right there?
Yeah. Mike down in the truck just wanted to know if Doug Seuss was listening online here. If you are, Doug, happy Thanksgiving.
I get there, I guess, right.
You missed a great football game. And by the way, as we're wishing everybody happy Thanksgiving, and we certainly are, the best of us from Cable 8 Sports, these people here have done a fabulous job providing this opportunity for you guys to see the football games throughout, not only throughout this year, but throughout every year. The cameramen are second to none. Everybody in the truck, they're so sharp all the time. They make us look a lot better than we are, I'll tell you that, especially me. I'll speak for myself. So our congrats go to them, and we wish them the happiest of Thanksgivings. And I think we're getting ready. I see the trophies out there, Patrick. I think we're getting ready to give them.
Fantastic.
I don't know if we're going down to a PA system or what are we doing down there? Do we know?
Neil's brought the field and get it too, right?
Well, we're going to. That's got to go to Channel 5. Remember?
Paul Nader.
That's Paul Nader getting the Lyman Award. This kid deserves every award he can possibly get. He's a great football player and a better kid. Number 71. I've been shooting my mouth off about him all year long. There's a kid, probably the best lineman that we've talked about going downfield to block all year long. He's just done a tremendous job, and he's a great one-on-one blocker, very good defensive player. We wish him the best in college because he's going to be a college athlete. There's no question in my mind.
Medeiros gets the best lineman for Mansfield.
And he deserves it for Mansfield. He's been a terrific player for them all year long and certainly before. Well, the most valuable player, the Vin Igo Award, goes to Kevon Howard. I wonder why he got that.
Yeah, no surprise there, right?
Yeah.
Wish we knew how many yards he had.
Yeah,
had to have been around 200.
It's got to be around 200
more.
yards, and I think he probably got 160 of them in the second half.
How many touchdowns did he have? He have
2?
2 or 3. You got the 2 long ones.
Kevin Mackey got the award.
Definitely deserved it.
Definitely deserved it, is right. Very, very good football. Very, very tough kid. And there you go. There's something nice to see, huh? The Foxborough Warriors getting the Don Curvan trophy. It's been a while since we got one of those.
Sure has, but they got it.
That's exciting. I'm excited for Coach.
It's fun to win on their field, too.
It certainly is.
It's nice at home, but it just seems sweeter on the other field.
Well, there you go, folks. Again, we'd like to wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And thanks for staying with us. I hope we haven't bored the bejesus out of you over the years, and certainly over this year. This has been a terrific effort by the Foxborough football team, and a great effort by their coaching staff to be prepared for a very difficult Mansfield football team. We're going on to the playoffs. We wish all the seniors the best of luck in the future. I know they're going to be coming back, ringing this field, watching these football games, and rightfully so. So for Pat McGuire, myself, and certainly Doug Seuss, who's on assignment down in South Carolina with his family, we wish everybody the best of Thanksgiving, and we hope to see you again next year. Thank you very much.
Happy Thanksgiving.